Dreams. Never been much of a dreamer, me. The occasional nightmare or fever dream here or there, but other than that, it's been sleepless nights or just a period of nothing for what feels like a snap. There is this one dream that I've had for about as long as I can remember. It wasn't scary or calming, and I say it wasn't because, as of recently, it's not calming, I'll tell you that. An open barren field of soil with one singular tree in the distance, also barren of any leaves or sign of life, and in the middle is where I find myself, inside an old-timey house. The best way I can put it feels like some sort of purgatory, an interlude if you will. Almost like that feeling in your gut knowing that you have to go somewhere and dreading the fact that you have to go somewhere hours before you do. But then again, it's not really dread, almost like a sense of duty. Hard place to describe, really. As of recently, it's been getting clearer to what it is, this dream. But it's still foggy. Like a mirror after you shower, you can see some of what reflects back into your eyes, but not quite. The clearer this dream gets, I feel weaker. Physically, I mean. Almost sickly. I'm a strong person, always have, not because I chose to be, but because I had to be strong, for others that needed me to be strong. But now it's almost as if my body's failing me, and it scares me. That's the only thing I could ever fully rely on. Some days it's worse than others, good and bad days I suppose. But it's getting worse, I can tell. I never told no one because that's what they expect of me, to be strong. But in reality, I am scared. There are very few things in this physical world that can scare me deep to my core. But nothing has ever scared me as much as this. I don't know what it is, but I hate it. I detest the fact that I feel this way so young, which in turn makes me detest myself, even if it is a little, this sense of weakness, and I feel powerless to do anything about it. So much to do and see and experience, and yet I feel as if though I'm running low on daylight, so to speak. I'm not a superstitious guy, I never have been. In fact, I think I'm pretty ignorant to the possibility of superstition, because I never had the time to reflect on it. And don't mistake my reflection now as some kind of awakening. No, I'm still very much on the side of non-belief. I don't believe in the superstitious. I think this dream is more so a manifestation of my mind, a representation, more so, of my own resolve, and how it's been diminishing recently. See, I didn't mention this, but every time I find myself outside, just right outside of the front doors of this house, and I'm staring out into this field. And in the outside wind, I feel a storm coming on. You know that moment just before it starts to rain? You can smell a storm, you can feel almost the electricity of a storm before it gets here. And the dream has always been shorter. Couple seconds at best, but now it's been 20 seconds. Sometimes feels even longer, which is pretty long for a dream, I would say. And the longer this dream goes on, the closer the storm gets. But it always ends just before the storm gets here. And recently I find myself almost afraid of the storm. Hasn't even kicked off, but I feel myself being more afraid as the storm gets closer. I believe that the storm is the end to the interlude. That whatever it brings is gonna be the end of this little peace I have. The storm has been getting closer and closer with each time the dream presents itself, and each time I feel worse and worse. Rattled me something awful some time ago. It's the not knowing that's killing me. I don't know what will happen when the storm gets here. Will I be ready to face it, or will I look somewhere else for answers, or just to be in denial of what it means to seek comfort just before the storm hits? Or what if I'm panicking over nothing? What if I'm just blowing this way out of proportion? What if it ain't all that bad?